Hello YouTube, welcome to my review. So today we are doing the Roland Microcube. Now you see mine's covered in stickers and random stuff, so I hope you don't mind. But I don't usually put stickers on gear, and this thing is so cool it had to be covered in stickers. Now for those that don't know, the Microcube is a little box of Win. It's a few watts, tiny little speaker, and you see there's only 6 knobs to play with. So the first one you've got here says COSM above it. Now that stands for something like Composite Object Sound Modelling or some crazy shit that Boss do, but it's really cool. So you've got 6 models here. You got 7 models. I'm an idiot. So you've got 7 models here. You've got your acoustic, JC Clean, which is your Roland Jazz Chorus, Black Panel, which is a Fender, Brick Combo, which is a Vox AC30, Classic Stack, which is based on a Marshall stack, and R-Fire, which stands for Rectifier. Then you've got a mic setting for if you want to plug a microphone in here. By the way, I would not recommend that. Then this knob controls your gain, and this knob controls your volume. You've got delay and reverb, 4 different effects. This is a tone knob. It says pre-shape over there, but it's a tone. And then this is your tuning fork. You've got A flat and A double flat, so you can tune your guitar. On the back, you've got the usual stuff. There's a auxiliary in, headphone out or record out, and then your power switch, 9V DC power. Also can be run on 6 AA batteries, so you can carry it around. That's basically it. So let's hear what this baby can do. This is the guitar I'll be using for review. It's a ESP Eclipse with C1 Duncan humbuckers, fairly standard Les Paul alike. And we'll start off with the acoustic setting. This is all the knobs, kind of standard, middle, no effects, no reverb. Now that's one of the downsides of the Cube, is that it can't handle a lot of bass because of the size of the speaker, so you can probably hear it fuzzing up a bit. It might be because I'm using humbuckers as well. A single coil guitar would sound nice with that acoustic. It is quite a nice sound, but you can't put too much volume on it, otherwise it'll really fuzz up the bass. But, I mean, it's a small amp, what can you expect? So we move on to the JC Clean. This is a Roland Jazz Chorus imitation model. Already you can hear it's a lot kind of very sharp, and there's lots of transients in there. If we put a bit of reverb on there and a little bit of chorus, clean sound. The Jazz Chorus is a really nice clean sounding amp. So next we've got Black Panel. This is, as I said, based on a Fender Black Panel. Typical Fender amp kind of sparkliness to it. Like the acoustic model, this one does tend to fuzz up on the bottom end as well if you've got too much bass. So you just got to watch it for that. And if you crank the drive, like with the old Fenders, you don't get as much gain as you think you would, but there's a little bit of that sparkle, but you don't know how much of that is the actual speaker farting out, so I won't really trust that. Next we've got Brick Combo. This one is quite nice, based on a Vox AC30. I'll just give you a little bit of reverb on it. With the drive set about halfway. If we turn it down a little bit and put it on the neck pickup, get a very nice kind of clean sound. If we crank it, And moving on, classic stack. Now this is my personal favourite, based on a big crank Marshall amp. And it's got a lot of kind of, it's a very big sound, it's got a lot of balls. The thing I love most about it is that if you roll your volume knob down, it cleans up. It's a digital amp and it's cleaning up. Now usually you take a top end tube amp to do something like that, and this is a Roland Microcube, less than 100 quid people. That is pretty serious business. And now we're coming up to the last model. I won't be testing the microphone model because it's pretty useless. And this is the rectifier. Now most people will just plug in the rectifier, crank the gain, drop it. Personally, what I use the rectifier for is basically it's a little kind of win setting, because whatever you plug into it, it will make it sound epically awesome. Case in point, this is my Squier Avril Lavigne signature Telecaster. It's cheap, it's a Squier, it's made of really bad wood. As you can see, there's tape all over it to hold the control plate in because the screws strip the holes because the wood is really soft. I put a Seymour Duncan humbucker in it, as I usually do, but it still sounds like cack through most setups. But if we plug it into the Microcube on rectifier, give it a heap of delay, crank the gain, check this out. You can see it just makes it sound amazing. So what do I think of the Cube? Well, with some of the cleaner settings, the size of it can't really handle much bass, so it fuzzes out, so it's not very good for that kind of thing. But then again, the reason you'd be getting one of these is because you want a very small, very quiet amp, and it does that exceptionally well. It sounds good really quietly. When you crank it, it does tend to, but I mean, if you're going to crank an amp, you want a real amp. This is a little practice cube, and for what it does, it is absolutely amazing. You don't have to cover it in stickers, but come on, it's a little piece of fun, and it's less than 100 quid, and it sounds awesome for what it is. So if you want a little practice amp, something to travel around with, or just something that's really small and sounds amazing, get one. Don't get a Line 6 Micro Spider or whatever it is, or anything else. Microcube, Roland Microcube, they've got it nailed, people.